My name is Anthony, and I'll be drawing for you. Hey, Planet Earth, we meet again. Welcome to Anthony Draws For You, the channel where no idea is too crazy. Wednesday mood? Terminator. You're gonna see two drawings today. One is gonna be a complete pencil, ink, and color that I did just today, and there's one that I did last week, and that one I actually did the inks by hand. I actually did this as part of the Inktober challenge, and it gave me another step outside my comfort zone to do more inks by hand, which I actually want to do more of. Somebody gifted me not that long ago a whole new set of brushes, and it's been very enjoyable to break them in. I'd like to develop this skill over the next year so that next Inktober I could participate a little bit more and not just be a fly on the wall, just sort of putting out artwork as like on a casual basis. So for me this year, Inktober does not end on November 1st. I might not be doing it every single day, but hand-drawn inks is something that I'm going to be doing a lot more of in the future. So be on the lookout for those videos in time to come. But for today, this one is dedicated for all you sci-fi fans out there. Get ready for some blockbuster action, because here comes the Terminator. Alright, so I started the Inktober challenge with the best of intentions. Every September 30th I make the same promise to myself. I always say, alright, this is it, we're gonna do it this time. This is usually around the time when I get hit with a lot of things at once. You get busy with other stuff, other artwork takes precedent, you lose a little bit of track of time, and before you know it, you're in the middle of October saying, alright, well, there's always next year. At least I got this one out of it. So I did the sketch originally in pencil. This was a couple of weeks ago. The prompt word for the day was mindless. I instantly thought of the mindless T-800 Terminator endoskeleton holding up a brain in his hand and squishing it. Now that I'm looking at the final result of this picture, I was going for violent and scary, but I don't know, maybe I'm just desensitized. It's kind of funny now to me. Now I want to find out what else is going on in this scene, because the Terminators are like the most efficient killing machines on the face of the planet. They kill, that's all they were programmed to do, is just kill. But this one, like, he looks like he's enjoying it a little bit. Okay, actually a lot of it. He looks like he's really enjoying the kill. Like, I think I managed to draw the one defective machine on the assembly line. Like, he got a whole bunch of different programs besides just the killing. Like, he got the Hannibal Lecter program. See, like, when a Terminator kills something, by any means necessary, just destroy. Like, this guy's straight up holding up the trophy of his victory. Like, there's a level of satisfaction with this guy. All these things I hadn't considered. And whose brain is that, by the way? See, now I want to develop, like, a story behind what's going on in this picture. So here's the Hannibal Lecter side story that you didn't hear of. Hannibal learns coding, and he imparts his behaviors onto like this whole batch of T-800s. Alright, so Terminator movies ranked. Terminator 2 Judgment Day, in my opinion, is the best one. I know I'm supposed to say the original is the best one, because that's just the way it is for all franchises. The original is always the best. Not necessarily true in this case. I thought that the second one had way more insight when it came to character development. It's really unfair to compare the action and the special effects between the first one and the second one, because the second one had an exponentially larger budget. Like, the first one was made for like $6 million, the second one was like $96 million. Yeah, that'll get you some good special effects. But in terms of the story, in terms of the writing, like the dialogue, it was many steps up. That's not to say that the first one wasn't tremendous and ahead of its time even, but where the first one passed the baton to the second one continued to just keep running forward and ahead and higher and higher. I mean, just like the complete reversal of the T-800's character. You know, spoiler alert, he's a good guy in the second one. Sarah Connor's character is so complex because now she has to team up with this thing that she's been hating and warring with in her mind. Like, as she's sitting in the asylum for, like, you know, those couple of years or whatever. Now it comes back, and her reaction, her distrust. Now all of that being said, the first one actually has more elements of like a horror movie, if you ask me. Yes, it's sci-fi. Yes, it deals with time travel into the future. Yeah, it's got the whole cyberpunk vibe. But if you look at the structure of the plot and the pacing of the movie and everything, it's really more of a thriller horror movie. The good guys have no enhanced abilities. Nobody has super strength. They are vulnerable. Probably the most vulnerable that any protagonist has been in the Terminator franchise. Because in all of the other ones, they have a protector. The heroes are 100% human. There are no cyborgs among them. There's no reprogrammed Terminator. It really is the most rudimentary of all the Terminator movies when it comes to the theme of man versus machine. It's completely black and white. There is absolutely no gray about it. It's us against them, man versus machine. The third one, I really didn't see much of a point in it. You know, not to knock a $1 billion movie. See, here's my issue with the third one. It completely undoes everything that they did in the second one. And they sort of arbitrarily decide that no, actually the future is unchangeable, it's inevitable, and the only thing that they did in the second one was sort of postpone the inevitable. It's like, but how? They destroyed every shred of progress that was made in order to kickstart Skynet to begin with. When they destroyed everything and they blew up that whole office at Miles Dyson's that contained all of the records of the research. This is in the second one. I know I'm jumping all over the place, so sorry if this isn't the most cohesive of analyses. But yeah, anyway, my point is, Terminator 3, they undo all of that, but they offer no explanation in its stead. And literally, it's summed up in one line. It just says, oh yeah, it was inevitable. You just postponed it. It's like, that's it. And honestly, when it comes to T3, I'm also just a little bit bitter because of all of the stupid things that they have him doing in that movie, like talk to the hand. Dude, what is that? Come on. That's the updated version of Hasta La Vista, baby. Get the hell out of here. I thought the fourth one, the Christian Bale one, that one got a lot of flack, but I thought that was actually better than the third one. It's the one that the third one should have been, if you ask me. Because if we're fast forwarding to the future, if we're just going to have this big long chase that was Terminator 3, let's cut straight to it. That Christian Bale's John Connor in the future, I thought that was a really cool character. He was really intense, really intriguing storyline. It definitely did not feel the same without Schwarzenegger in it. But to tell you the truth, I was okay with that because it's a different segment of the story altogether. I gotta say, my favorite part of Terminator Salvation, that 2-second clip where you just see John Connor put the radio down, and what is he listening to? Guns N' Roses, You Could Be Mine, from the Use Your Illusion 2 album. Great friggin' song, by the way. Like, yeah, back in the second one, that was the music that he listened to when he was growing up. And that actually says a lot about his character, too, because he's leading the resistance against the machines, fighting for mankind's survival, and he's still got this gem, this relic from the past. By still carrying that song with him, that's John Connor saying, this is a song that I connected with in my youth. This has significance. This has emotional weight. This meant and means something to me. They're fighting to save and preserve meaning itself. And that brings us to, was it the fifth one, I guess? What can we say about Terminator Genisys? Oi! Convoluted, confusing. You got John Connor, who is now a robot, and he's the bad guy. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's a hard pass for me. So if I remember correctly, Skynet was able to transfer its consciousness into the T-5000 Terminator, which was also known as Alex. One letter away from Alexa. I could see a lot of people getting pissed off at this movie in Silicon Valley, and that actually makes me very happy. Because I gotta tell you, Alexa has been getting a lot more brazen and a lot more pushy. It's like, no, you crazy stalker, I told you 100,000 million times before, I'm not giving you my phone number. I mean, it's like every single little thing that I do with my computer, I need Google's permission to do it. I feel like I gotta give them my social security number every time I just want to do something as simple as turn the volume up. So, yeah, it's nice to know that filmmakers in Hollywood actually do share some of my paranoia when it comes to high tech. Do you want to make your account safer? Give us your phone number. It's like, how is that supposed to make me feel safer? In order to sign up, please provide your full name, street address, college roommate's name, the name of your first pet, urine sample, baby teeth, and your soul. Yeah, we'll be needing that too. It's like, my god, Google, I'm not that interesting. Tell me what you're working on right now in the comments section below. Share this video with your friends. Don't forget to pound that like button. Be sure to subscribe to keep the party going. Thank you much, and I'll see you next time.